Hello ladies and sirs, welcome back to another working contraptions video. Over the years I've made many different working contraption videos throughout my creative worlds, which I'm going to share with you ladies and sirs to take your own inspiration from or just build yourself. Today's working contraption we're covering is a working rocket. Without much further ado, let's show you how this works. You have the whole rocket here on the launch pad, and you have a tower on the side here, which allows you to walk up to the door. You can just get in and do whatever. And it wouldn't be a working contraptions video if this thing didn't actually launch. So if you have the rocket out here on the pad, you go to the control room, which is over here, mission control, come through the doors, and you go to this button here for launch. When you're ready, you push the button, and it will start to display text on the screen. The tower will then also slowly move away. And from there, the contraption will just keep going up and up into the sky. And we'll just keep going up and up into the sky. And then once the ship has gone off into space and there's nothing left, you can then build another one back again by coming back into the control center and just hitting reset. The ship will be reconstructed and the control tower will come back into position. There is also a secondary way you can activate this contraption by just actually entering it inside. You come inside the rocket, you can sit down, and then prepare for launch. Now that that's been shown off, let's show you how it works. Small little warning, this is one of the most intense contraptions I have built. Your computer may not be able to handle it. I know mine can even crash from time to time using this one. This contraption is kind of separated into two separate sections, one preparing for launch and going up, and then there's also the actual internals of the rocket itself. First we'll start off with the countdown. So to begin, we start with the launch. When you push the button up there, the redstone wire comes around here activating this command block here. This command block sets a redstone block in this coordinate right here, activating the launch sequence. The next command block in this line is to set air in that exact same location. And about the same time we'll activate this sequence of command blocks here. Each one of these is a set of clone commands, one after the other, cloning from these templates here under the ground, giving the illusion of motion. These four command blocks are as followed, cloning this one, then this one, followed by this one, and this one. All going right along there, allowing for the tower to move. Now, as mentioned before, this is the location of where the redstone block is placed. The first command block activates is an air command right here, so there are two of them just to make sure it gets deleted in case there's an error of any sort. The first two command blocks it runs into on the way to launch are two text commands, one being the text saying launch, followed by a subtitle thing of in T- seconds. Each command block moving forward is separated by 3 repeaters on 4 ticks, leading to the next command block of countdown text, this one being 10, followed by 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You get it. Though each one of these is displaying a different color. I'll just quickly go through these for you, so if you want to have a look at any of these commands, you can just copy. Just quickly pause. Coming off each one of these command blocks, so we'll be giving out a redstone input to repeat a command of particles and sound, which comes from under here, activating these 3 command blocks here, each one doing something different. This one's doing a play sound growl of an ender dragon, but it's been pitched all the way down, which to me sounded a lot like the engine of a rocket launching. The middle one is a lava extinguish sound, and the closest one to me here is also a dragon growl. The redstone then proceeds to go up here and here, going around activating each one of these command blocks, which these ones here on the sides are doing play particle cloud, just a few blocks above on the ground of the launch pad, which is this one, this one, this one, and this one, all the same. This middle one here is also doing a play sound of the dragon growl pitched down, just right in the center. So that's being activated every time it reaches a new number, playing the sound a little bit more and giving some particles at the bottom of the rocket. All this redstone wiring here is still continuing the signal to keep it going right up until it reaches these two, which these two command blocks, one is saying liftoff while the other one is saying displaying the number 0. Then there are these two command blocks next in line, one setting a redstone block while the other is setting quartz. One is for activating the contraption inside the rocket, while the other one is also completing a circuit at the top of the rocket. This wire here of course just goes back into the circuit, continuing that. The next important thing is this wire here, which runs all the way down here. This thing over here just extends the signal for a pretty fair amount of time. I actually don't know exactly how long this is, but it's a fair amount of time, and is responsible for activating these command blocks over here. Each set of these command blocks are the same thing, of one doing a particle cloud, which is a massive line of clouds, followed by also in the same location particle flames, giving the fiery particle effect coming out from the exhaust of like the launch pad. So each one of those do the exact same thing, but this middle one has an extra command behind it, which is killing all at E within the radius of just within the exhaust area. Because, you know, if you're standing in the exhaust of a rocket, I'm pretty sure you're going to die. This all then also powers up through here, keeping this always active, playing the rocket sound of the Dragon and all the particles on the launch pad. But aside from all that, that wraps up down everything down here, except for this little thing here, which we'll get back to in just a moment. Okay, now it's time to show inside the rocket. So all the redstone is obviously within the rocket itself, mostly in this area under through here. As shown as before, the redstone block gets placed here, which activates this, which activates the piston, which allows the signal from the redstone clock to come through. One wire goes up around here, which goes to this command block here, which is responsible for the whole moving of the craft. This command completely encompasses the whole rocket, moving it relative to itself about -13, which is roughly about 1 block. It moves it 1 block up where it is, replacing and moving it. And due to the clock inside of this thing, it will do this over and over again every time it activates, slowly moving it up further and further into the air. Coming down from there, you got this command block here, which once again just plays the Ender Dragon growl sound pitched down, so it follows as the rocket goes. And then the redstone signal comes down to all these ones, which once again, kind of like before, each one's a set about the same. This one does particle flame, this one does particle cloud, all going down beneath the rocket itself as it goes up into the sky. So it does that for all these. So after all the redstone inside the rocket, you then come up here. So this little area where the quartz block was shown before, where that is placed. That completes the circuit for this clock, which then activates this command over and over again, which is just teleporting an entity radius 10 up 4, which is roughly about the safe distance for you to be teleported in this room, just so you don't fall out the craft. It will do this over and over again as the craft moves, sending you up into the air with the rocket. Also in the cockpit, this command block does actually do something rather than being for show, which sets a redstone block down actually in the launch button, which allows you to actually launch it from within the rocket. That basically completes the redstone for down there and up here, but there is one last little thing. As this goes up into the sky, it's going to hit the world limit and then it'll just be stuck. So what this ends up doing is there's an extra little piece. Right, I told you we'd get back to this. These 3 command blocks are very important. This command block here is constantly detecting for a coal block in this location, which is really high up in the sky above the rocket. As soon as it detects the coal block, which is the top of the rocket, it then activates these 2 command blocks here. This one here fills the entire area of where the rocket should be when it detects it, and fills it with air, getting rid of the rocket. While this one here teleports any entity within the radius of the rocket all the way down here to this end portal. Since in this world we have actually converted our end dimension to be space with a ton of rockets in it and spaceships and things. So once you get teleported into here, boom, you're into space. The rocket has worked. Though you don't want to just use this thing once, you want to use it multiple times. So let's do the repair. When the rocket is gone, the tower's moved away and all that stuff, you want to reset it. The button activates the redstone down here, activating these 2 command blocks first. This top command block here does a clone command, cloning the rocket which we have underground. While this bottom command block here plays the anvil use sound, making it sound like the rocket's being constructed. It is then followed by these 4 command blocks here, which are exactly the same as the ones from the launching mechanism, which allowed the tower to move away. Though the order of these ones I believe is this one, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by this one. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. And once all that's set up, you have a fully working rocket. And that's it, ladies and sirs. That's all the redstone for this working rocket. So if you want to build this and try and replicate it yourself, or you're just inspired to build one, that's fantastic. I really do like this contraption. I hope you liked it too. And once again, this contraption also has a disclaimer. This was built in the version 1.12. So if you're wanting to build this in 1.13 and above, you might need to update some of the commands. But if you've managed to follow along, I'm pretty sure you can handle it. So thank you for watching, ladies and sirs. I really hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to leave a like and comment down below and tell me what you thought of this contraption, or even a future thing you'd like me to build. And until the next video, ladies and sirs, ta-ra.